What's going on, everybody? Jericho Green here with you once again. What's cracking? Happy Thursday. Oh, snap. You guys didn't hear that? Damn it. Well, let's do it again, shall we? Somebody said it was muted. I'll fix that. Noble Noble Gold Investments, people. The second largest and third largest bank runs in history happened last month. The government is taking steps to guarantee all deposits. That means more money printing. Thousands have approached Noble Gold Investments to secure their wealth with gold. Gold is the most stable asset outside of government control. Hurry and go to noblegoldinvestments.com to secure your wealth. Bag a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin if you qualify. Noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. And remember, when you're investing, there's always some risk. There are no guarantees of any kind. How's that? How's that, you mother suckers? Yes, Diesel. Noble Gold. Thank you. Um, Miles Coyote, very Felicia of you. Can I borrow $5? Oh, and can I use your card right quick? Some people want to borrow sugar, maybe even ketchup. But my car? Hell no. Oh shit. CQC, 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 CQC. I feel like I should know that. But thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you, Oscar Gonzalez. Says, muy bien. Creole Lady, thank you for being here. Mandy Westcott, Spun, Bearing 65. All my members in the building, what's going on? Diesel, of course. Derek Marsick, Leonard S., Tammy A., Tony Hannafin. All you members up in this bitch. Monica Foster, what up? Haven't seen you in a minute. Monica. Sister Shirley, Kelly Smith, thank you for being here. Ebony Perkins, what up? What are the members? Carolyn 714, what's going on? Wheezy, Leonard S. Did I get them all? Did I get them? I think I did. Shout out to my members. There we go. And if you would like to be a member, if you want to be one of these cool kids, well, then damn it, here you go. Bam! Right there, $5.99 a month. Loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive, members only live streams. And also, I just had a giveaway last week. Shout out to Brian Kingby Falcon. His merch will be in the mail system very soon. It's all kinds of cool shit there. Become one. Be one of them. Thanks, Tammy. JerichoGreen.net. Also mygreengear.com. You get cool merch from my brain to your possession. mygreengear.com. Got new designs coming in. I got one. Gabe's working on it for me. Some merch for San Francisco. Oh man, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. And last night, speaking of Gabe and Sean, we broke down Lionheart last night. Very cool. Van Damme, 1990. I don't know if we're gonna do No Holds Barred yet, which is a Hulk Hogan movie, and probably the worst movie ever made. And I know we did The Marine a little while back, and that was bad. I don't know if you guys ever seen The Marine with John Cena. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. That was bad. But No Holds Barred, shit, that's I don't know if that is bad. I don't know if there are words to describe what that movie is. But it's out there. So we might do that one next. Either that or we're going to start Clint Eastwood westerns. I really want to get into that. 5 Clint Eastwood westerns. Of course, probably Outlaw Josie Wales, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Hang 'em High, High Plains Drifter. And then I know there's more, but we're going to choose 5 of them. And one of them has to be Pale Rider. That's my favorite Clint Eastwood movie. It's Pale Rider. That movie's the shit. You got the class. It has all the action movie tropes. You got the people. They're just trying to mine gold. They're just hardworking people minding their business. They're not gunfighters or nothing like that. They're just out there trying to do their thing. Then you have the bad guy who's named La Hood. He comes in and he's this, land baron or whatever, and he's stealing all their gold and he's damming up the river upstream so they can't pan for gold. He's slapping women. He's doing all kinds of bad shit. And then this mysterious figure comes over the horizon. He's a preacher. That's what they call him, preacher. He's a good guy. He's a man of the cloth. He has his collar on, the priest collar and all that. He ain't trying to hurt nobody. But he has a past. He used to be a gunslinger. He used to be a bad, cold motherfucker. But he hung all that up. He gave it up. I believe his wife died or something. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But some shit goes down to where he has to go and get that box. He has to go get that box that he put away years ago, and he swore he wouldn't do that again. He wouldn't pick those guns up. Something happened. He had to pick the guns up. He opens the box, and the guns are all in there with the belt, the belt with the bullets on it wrapped around the guns. 2 of them. And then he has to go to town and start fucking people up. Shout out Chris Penn, R.I.P. He was in that movie. But yeah, Pale Rider's the shit. Brian King B. Falcon, what up, man? Yeah, he was there. King B was was in the building. He said we were wilding last night. We had a good time. DMW 24/7 TV was there. A lot of folks, a lot of members were in the building, and I appreciate you guys migrating over there. CTSV Cholo, yo JG, sup fucker? Hey, what's up, fool? What are you doing, eh? What are you doing, fool? Fucking love that shit, eh? Puro Raiders, eh? J954, what's going on? Another member in the building. He says Unforgiven with Morgan Freeman is dope. Yes, it is. Tis 1992. And that the opening scene in that movie wasn't ready for that because they didn't show you that in the previews, 1992. So we head on down to Sunrise Video, our local video spot for a Friday and Saturday night. You guys remember Unforgiven? You remember how that movie starts? Opening scene is some whore in a whorehouse getting her back blown out. And I was like, oh, shit. Awkward. And my mom comes over with the titty shield hand. No titties. But now I can see all the titties I want. But yeah, that was a surprising opening scene. Brian Hendricks also in the membership. Derek Marsick, man, 3 Ninjas. That was fuck. When I watched that as a kid, I thought it was the best thing ever. But watching it with my son as an adult, horrible. Joyce Decker, what's going on? She says, good afternoon, Americans. Molly Mean says, I loved it. That butt wiper lost $5 billion. They sure did. They sure the fuck did. Putting that freak on the can. And I saw a Joe Rogan clip. Oscar Gonzalez says, thanks for the movie recommendation, Jericho. I hope you're not talking about No Holds Barred. I hope you mean Clint Eastwood. And No Holds Barred, you can't even find it. You can find clips on YouTube. That's it. Amazon don't have it. Nobody. Gabe bought the DVDs. Sent us DVDs. Where's it at? You got to get, if you want to see No Holds Barred, you got to get a hard copy. You got to get a hard copy, people. That's the only way you're going to see No Holds Barred in its entirety. And I remember going to the video store and seeing one shelf with DVDs on it. I was like, DVDs? What the hell are those? Nobody wants no damn DVD. Boom. Next thing you know, it was the next biggest thing. Videotapes were gone. But Oscar Gonzalez, I hope you're talking about those Clint Eastwood movies. You want to see a good one? Pale Rider. The shit. But yeah, Budweiser, they put that freak nasty on the can and now they're losing money. And I saw Joe Rogan's video clip about Joe Rogan. Max Banks says $6 billion and counting, even better. And he gave his opinion on it. And he thought, he actually drank one of the beers. He's like, man, I don't care. He was, he was showing love to Kid Rock because Kid Rock got a bunch of cans and shot that shit with a gun. And but he's all, I got love for Kid Rock, and he's all, and I respect what he did, but he's cool with it. He's like, I don't see. He said he said basically it doesn't hurt anybody, and everybody should be cool with it, and it's not a big deal. And I think it is a big deal, and it's not like by itself, it's not destructive. If this were the only bit of woke we were dealing with, if this is the only, kernel of corn that we've fished out of this bullshit we're dealing with, if that was the only thing, then no, it's not a big deal. It's just some fucking weirdo on a beer can. But it's part of something else. It's part of pushing a bigger agenda. This is just a small piece to a giant puzzle. That's why I have such a problem with them putting Dylan Mulvaney's weird ass on a can of beer. Anything that further mainstreams this mental illness, I'm against it, whether it's a little bit or a lot. And that's what this shit is. Putting him on the Bud Light can, that's what that is. That's furthering an agenda. When the fuck did we have large companies, these huge corporations, wanting to be inclusive? Oh, what's a big deal? We love everybody. I don't give a fuck who you love, Budweiser. Put out some cheap beer. Sell it in the places that your customers want to buy it. That's it. I don't care about your acceptance. I don't care about equity, what you think about equality or social justice or none of that bullshit that makes my stomach hurt. I don't care about none of that. Sell your fucking product at a reasonable price. Well, we love everyone. I don't give a fuck who you love. You're a corporation. You're a faceless entity. I don't care what you feel about social issues. I don't care about your level of acceptance. Who do you think you are? Why do you think we fucking care? You're like Hollywood. You think we come to the altar of Anheuser-Busch for some sage wisdom. Hey, hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. Quiet. Hey, chill out, guys. What does Anheuser-Busch think about this? No one's ever said that, and no one ever will. You sell beer, so sell that shit. And stop putting these fucking Ku Klux Trans members on your products where our children can walk by and see them. Or mainstreaming this bullshit like there's nothing wrong with somebody. There's nothing wrong with a man dressing up like a woman and tucking his dick back. There's nothing wrong with that. No, there isn't. There's nothing wrong with that. In private. In an establishment meant for that. Mainstream out here with everybody else, out here on the playground? No, that's fucking weird. Get away from me with that shit. And that's what I think. What say you, people? I thank you very much, Leo Graham. Thank you. What's up? What's up? Gun control is coming in hot. What do you think about it? Hey, I'm in California. Gun control's been here. Gun control came in hot and cooled off already. I know about that bullshit here. But yeah, just like in Tennessee, where they're trying to fight against, or they're trying to implement more gun control. That is just insane to me. There's already a set of documents that tell the government what to do, or more importantly, what not to do with our firearms. So where's the discussion? I don't understand why we need to have it. Spunbang 65, thank you for the Hamilton, brother. Says Bud Light is now Bud Trans. Never liked AB anyway. Well, if you didn't like him before, you hate him now. Pieces of shit. Lorianne says it is a big deal. I agree. I think it is. It's part of a bigger deal. It's part of a major movement where they're trying to blur lines and in some cases erase them altogether. Rocky Mountain Bear, what's going on? And did you guys see that? Yeah, the thumbnail that I used, Bye Bye Ballerina. That's a dude. Like you couldn't fucking tell. But this dude was accepted into the Royal Academy of Dance. Doesn't that sound prestigious? Father, mother, I was just accepted into the Royal Academy of Dance in London town, mother and father. Wouldn't that be cool? That's the Royal Academy of Dance. That sounds like you accomplished something. It sounds like you had a lot of blood in the toe of your ballerina slipper. I remember watching that movie, Josephine Baker. And she had this ballerina instructor, this teacher that would just drive them. And they would have blood in the toe of their ballerina shoe. She would work them so hard, and they would dance so much. I mean, these women who go to who are accepted into these schools, and just going by the name, the Royal Academy of Dance in London. That sounds like something. You probably had to have you probably sacrificed a lot. Probably sacrificed a lot of the food you like, because I got to stay petite. You probably done 50,000 pirouettes. Your parents done drove you to all these damn recitals and practice and bought all these tutus and shit. Sat in the crowd watching all those other kids perform that they don't give a shit about because they only came to see you. All of that stuff, all the sacrifice, all the hard work, all the tears, all the sweat and the blood, literally. Just so some big, smelly dude can just face palm you to the back of the line. Watch out, girl. I'm going to be a fucking ballerina. And I don't mean one of the dudes that twirls you in the air. I'm talking about one of the ladies wearing the tutu. But be careful. Make sure you don't hurt my balls. Oh, something else I forgot to mention. You guys know I'm over 40, so, sometimes you get a little... But the guy, the Ku Klux Trans ballerina who got accepted into the Royal Academy of Dance. If I'm going to say that, you guys know I believe in authenticity so hard right now. I'm so authentic. The Royal Academy of Dance in London. You've been accepted, my dear. All right. So, not only is he a dude going into a school, an academy for women, not only does he fucking suck. Oh, he's bad. But he went into the school when he was 30. Did you know that most ballerinas are quitting when they're 30? That's when they're quitting. And that's when you're starting. Just another layer of disrespect. I'm going to bring my 30-year-old grown ass up in here to your ballerina school, your Academy of Dads. Damn, ladies. How do you ladies feel about this? How do you feel about being scrubbed from the history books. Brian Kingby, this is transtastic. Just being scrubbed, erased like you were never there. Like this is some Twilight Zone episode. Where you just wake up and, hey, where's so and so? Who? He lived right here in this house. No one's lived in that house for 40 years. What? Huh? Wait a minute. What? Never there? What do you mean? Women? What women? You know, they used to walk around and they're like, hi, and they had titties and, vaginas and all that, and they smell good and long hair and feminine. Women. What happened to them? What women? That most of them were petite. They were short, not as strong as men, but boy, did they play a serious part in society. They birthed children. They nurtured and grew life inside of them. Like an incubator. If you put vagina and titties on an incubator, these women created life. They created homes. They molded and nurtured generations. What do you mean there's no more women? Well, look in the history books. Go to the sports chapter. Just a sausage fest. No women played sports? Nope. Well, what about the entertainment section? The fuck? Why are these models dudes? Why are those dudes wearing dresses? There are no more fucking women. They're gone. Really? What about the awards chapter? I know there's some women in here. I know there's got to be some women of the year winners up in here. No, the dudes were winning wait a minute. You mean to tell me 150 years ago, back in 2023, the men were winning the women's awards? Yeah, that's how it happened. You didn't know that? Nah, man. Last I knew, women won the women's awards and men won the men's awards. Where are you from, man? It's not like that. The women are gone. All the men did that. No, okay, hold on. I know there had to be women because who were breastfeeding the babies? I got you. Because babies, they got to have either breast milk or formula. So the babies that got the titty, whose titty was it? It had to be a woman. Actually, no. They were chest feeders. What the fuck is a chest feeder? Well, anybody can put their breast, their nipple in a baby's mouth and bring forth sustenance. What the fuck? Yeah, women are gone. It's like they never existed. That's what's happening. When shit like this, another dude taking a woman's spot. You mean to tell me there wasn't a woman who's been training to be a ballerina since she was a little girl, since she was knee high to a fucking grasshopper? You think she didn't want that spot at the Royal Academy of Dance in London? You mean there's no girl with a set of parents who wanted their child to get that spot at the Royal Academy of Dance in London? It don't matter. It don't fucking matter. Because a dude got that spot. A 30-year-old grown-ass man got that spot. WTF. Oh, boy. What's up, Bruce? I see you, man. Hit me up. Damn. And just wait till you guys. You know what? Fuck it. I can't wait. I can't. I can't. I'm gonna show you this right now. No. Fuck. Oh, and his name, he changed his name to Sophie Rebecca. Stop. There isn't even a real woman out there named Sophie Rebecca. Look at this motherfucker. He looks terrible. He looks like a little kid, like a little 5-year-old kid. You know, when kids are that little, they ain't that good. But you go to the recital, you clap and all that shit. How cute. Like this dude is dancing like little children would, like who don't have any experience. A 30-some-year-old fucking man. And people are sitting here acting like there's nothing wrong with this. He was, I guess, this video resurfaced because he was accepted into the academy in 2017 as their first transgender dancer. And don't worry, people, that didn't make any of the real women there feel uncomfortable at all. Don't worry about that. So look at this big, giant ogre trying to act like a ballerina. Ballerina, that conjures thoughts of elegance, grace, light on their feet. Not, me want to dance too. You fucking idiot. And there are people like, no, it's cool. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Fucking, look at this shit. Hold on, can you guys see it? What's going on here? Present, share screen. There we go. Good girl. You hear that, bitch? See, that's what it takes. It takes stupid fucking idiots like that to sit there and act like this isn't a crazy person living out their psychosis that should have been remanded to their head. It shouldn't have gone past their cranial barrier. But here we are. Oh, no. Here, tapping the stick, and 1 and 2. Like, this isn't weird. This is a grown man in a singlet in a dance studio with silk slippers on and a strip of duct tape doing the best it can to hold his dick and balls back. Good job. Good girl. That ain't a fucking girl. That's a crazy ass man. This shit. What is that? Look at shaking the damn camera. You know, the people downstairs are like, hey, shut up. Boom, 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 boom. Big old lumbering fucking ox. Look at how terrible he is at dancing. Here it goes. Good girl. Oh, good girl. You did an excellent job. Your dick and balls didn't even flop out in the open air. Good job, girl. Good job. That was an excellent. You girls who've been dancing for 15 years, come over and look at this. Look at Sophie Rebecca, the most graceful creature I've ever seen. Yeah, fucking right. Those, Razor Ramon, you just got here? Oh, shit. This is a Ku Klux Trans member that was accepted into the Royal Academy of Dance in London. There wasn't a grain of grace in that footage. That was a lumbering man. Fuck out of here. What? And I hope I hope those girls who are actual girls, you know, the OG ladies, I hope they are sitting there shaking their head like, you son of a bitch. I hope that none of them accept him. You know, there's a couple idiots. Oh, yes, you're doing a great job. Come over here and sit with us, dear. Clown car butthole bonanza, one of my favorite names. The funniest part about this tranny fascism is that women fought for all these rights and equality only to have it taken back by men pretending to be women. The irony is ecstasy at this point. It's delicious. This irony is so sweet and decadent, I can only have a small bite at a time. Like a really rich chocolate you get like from a box like C's candy. Oh, I can't eat that. I couldn't imagine eating a bunch of those. It's too damn sweet. And it's being helped along by women. There are women out there who want these trans freaks, these Ku Klux Trans members to take over. Come play with us. Come play sports with us. Don't you know what's going to happen when you invite a bunch of men to play with women? Get out of your fucking mind. You are out of your fucking mind. What she said? Oh, good girl. Where? Where? Oh, good girl. You did a fabulous job. What a pirouette. Freak. Fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Speaking of dummies, speaking of clam holders who are pushing this on, who are pushing it on down the road. Come on, Ku Klux Trans members. United States women's national team star Megan, you ungrateful, angry bitch, Rapinoe, and WNBA legend. This woman is a legend in the WNBA. Sue Bird. I think they're together. I think they have each other's fluids on the lower half of their face on a regular basis. We're both among the athletes to sign a letter voicing their opposition to H.R. 734, a federal bill that would ban transgender and intersex girls and women from participating in girls and women's school sports. Why is this even a topic of discussion? We don't need to talk about this. Boys over there, girls over there. But I don't know what I am. Here, let me help you. Look down. Is there anything hanging off the front of you? No. Then you're a girl. Is there anything hanging off the front? Yeah. Then you're a boy. Like I said, boys over there, girls over there. I know, but I feel. Look down. What do you got? I'm a girl. Then get over there. What do you got? I'm a boy. Then get over there. But I feel and I'm struggling and my parents and I'm not. What do you got? Fuck. Oh, yeah, I think they are together. Look at Look at them. Look at them. I think they are together. Aren't they a beautiful couple? They are such a gorgeous couple. And they look like they really love each other. And since that's all a kid needs is love, I hope that they're able to adopt a kid and fuck that kid up as bad as they are. Look at this shit. That's Megan Rapinoe. She usually has purple hair. And then this is Sue Bird, who's apparently a WNBA legend. The only WNBA player I know is Lisa Leslie. Anyway, these two shiny face bitches right here. National team star. And we couldn't beat a bunch of 15-year-olds. Let's see. Athlete Ally, I guess this is the group of these athletes, published a letter it sent to the House of Representatives. You Republican-run motherfuckers. Right now, transgender and intersex. What's intersex? I thought it all fit under transgender. I thought that was intersex. What's intersex? And intersex human rights. All that falls under just human rights. You're fucking human, aren't you? I think. Do you identify as a wolf or something? Are under attack. With politicians in Washington, D.C. pushing for H.R. 734, the so-called Protection of Girls and Women Act in sports, which would stipulate that the Title IX compliance requires banning transgender and intersex girls and women from participating in sports, aka not letting boys beat up on girls. If this bill passes, transgender and intersex girls and women throughout the country will be forced to sit on the sidelines. Really? Why don't you just play with what you were born as? Oh, you suck doing that. Away from their peers and their communities. Furthermore, the policing of who can and cannot play school sports will very likely lead to the policing of the bodies of all girls, including cisgender girls. This will deter girls from participating in sports and create additional barriers, denying children access to a place where they can gain significant mental and physical health benefits and learn lifelong lessons that come from being a part of a team and working hard towards your goals does not protect women in sports. Listen to this bullshit. Ain't nobody saying you can't play sports, but you can't take the path of least resistance. You can't take the path of perversion so you can be around these girls when they're playing sports or changing their clothes in the locker room, you little fucking weirdo. You play with who you were born as. And if you don't feel right or you're not that good, well, then I guess you ain't that fucking good. Oh, well. You can't be over there taking scholarships and taking positions from the girls because you're all fucked up and your parents are okay with it. Your parents are helping you get more fucked up by the day. You got to play with your people. You can't play with who you feel like. You got to play with who you are. Deal with that bullshit after high school when you turn 18. Then you can live it out. But until then, when you're in this school with a bunch of other kids, we got to roll with the majority. And the majority say, girls over here, boys over there. I can't believe this is even something we're giving recognition to. I can't believe we're even talking about this shit. But, ooh, these athletes, they signed a letter. You tell them. You tell them. Fucking weirdos. And again, please, should you notice they said the transgender and intersex girls. So either there are no boys or no women or girls that want to be boys, or they don't care about them because you didn't mention them. You only mentioned the Ku Klux Trans fucking freaky weird ass boys that want to play against the girls. Where are the girls that want to be boys and they go over to boys sports and dominate? Where are they? Where's the girl blasting past the boys on the track? Where's the girl just threw the leg off the backboard, dunking on the boys? Where is that? Where's the girl standing in the middle on when when it's like swimming or something? They got the second and third place on the side. First place is in the middle. Where are all these gold medal, blue ribbon, trans boys? Where the fuck are they? I haven't seen one. How can there be no trans boys that want to play sports? None? There must not be because you didn't even mention them. You said transgender girls and intersex girls, meaning boys that want to live like fucking Vera DeMilo. So where's the opposite? Oh, it's not about equality, is it? Ooh, might be. The NCAA Board of Governors said in January 2022, it approved a, quote, a sport-by-sport approach to transgender participation that preserves opportunities for transgender student athletes while balancing fairness. There is no fairness here. We already had a fair system. Girls against girls, boys against boys. Inclusion and safety for all who compete last June, end quote, last June. FINA announced, FINA, I don't know what that even stands for, some sports group, announced new guidelines that effectively banned transgender swimmers from its events. So what the fuck does FINA stand for? FINA. Oh, so FINA is the World Aquatics. International swim sports. That's their council, their group, their board, their committee, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So you have women like that who are like, yeah, destroy our sport, take away all our accolades, then watch them complain about that. Then watch them complain about that shit. Oh, well, you took all our sports now. Can we just have a sport with just girls? You fucking had it already. But that wasn't good enough. And women are, yeah, come on in. Yeah, fuck us up. Beat us. Take first place. Take second place too. We're fine with third place. No, take my scholarship. Take my spot on the team. Who cares? Go ahead. Fuck that. Go ahead, ladies. Thank you, Ranson Shan. He says, do we need to debate if it's wrong to suplex a puppy? I guess so. Let's make that the next topic. Some things we just didn't need to talk about. They weren't up for discussion. Sun is hot. Ice is cold. Rises in the east, sets in the west. You know, all that kind of shit. That's all up for debate now. It's all up for debate. Everything is up for debate. Fucking ridiculous, man. You serious? Chozo Ghost, thank you. I think I missed this yesterday, but who is the Cali mayor who lost his marbles, and what were the details? LMAO. That was the mayor of a city in Northern California called Antioch. It's about 45 minutes away from Oakland. And Antioch used to be like a nice town. I remember we had friends that lived there. We were at those friends' house in Antioch the night that Princess Diana died. I remember someone, oh my gosh, come in here, Princess Diana's dead. And everybody came running in the room watching the TV coverage and all that shit. So I'll never forget that. So I've been to Antioch a few times. But it was a nice town. It was a nice middle class to upper middle class town. We went, when we go to visit, we go down to, the grocery store to buy food and stuff to cook there. And they had like I think it was a Tower Records or something like that. Some kind of music, Sam Goody, or even Blockbuster used to have one, and you could go in there and listen to the CDs before you bought them. If you're too young, if you were there, you understand. But It was a nice town. That's why our friends moved from our town to that one, because it was so nice. But now with the price of the cost of living and rent and all that shit in the Bay Area becoming too much, people have left and gone to places like Antioch, surrounding areas like Antioch. And a lot of the ghetto element from Oakland moved to Antioch. So guess what happens? This is proof that you can't fucking give anybody nice shit. They have to be nice people to take care of nice shit. If you put a brand new building in the hood, or you bring hood people to a nice area, they're not going to be like, well, let me put on my bow tie. I'm in a nice area now. Let me forget all that ghetto shit. No, they bring the ghetto shit with them. Just like forcing these hotels in San Francisco and other places to take in homeless people and shit during the sweet and sour sniffles lockdown. They're not going to cross the threshold into your nice hotel and stop smoking meth. They just bring that element inside. So what were the homeless people doing? Cooking meth, smoking crack in the hotel rooms, fighting, like they did on the street. But since that element is in Antioch now, the police are having to deal with it. So some police officers, originally I heard there were 17, but now I think they found some more. But they found text messages. And they haven't released the text messages. I hate that shit. They tell you, oh, something happened. What do they say? Oh, I can't tell you. They don't fucking bring it up till you can. But some of the text messages allegedly between the officers were, what do you think they were? Of course, racist. And there were racial slurs and blah, blah, blah about people of color and who gives a fuck. But what is the mayor? He's a person of color. He's a person of color who I think, whether last year or the year, I think maybe 2021, he was facing a recall. What does that mean if you're facing a recall? That means a good portion of your populace, of your constituents, don't fucking like the job you're doing and they want you gone. So he's facing a recall. Then he gets a DUI. Yes, recall, DUI, somehow kept his job. So he's all upset about what's happening with the police officers and fucking, we can't do this. And don't worry, if we get rid of those officers, we'll still have enough people and blah, blah, blah. So I believe, shout out to my homeboy who sent me a video. But I don't know if he sent it on Insta or he sent it via text message. I hope it's on Insta so I can share the screen with you. Whoop! There it is. So I will share the screen with you. And this is the mayor of Antioch, California. Now, hold on a second. Before we get to that, let me show some love. Here we go. My man, Spun Bearing. Thank you, Spun Bearing 65. Again, he says, did he wear a sock in his tutu to behold his difference? Who's going to twirl him in the air? I don't know. I certainly hope you don't let him twirl any of those girls in the air. It's fucking sick shit. Oh my God. These people, you heard the instructor. Oh, good girl. What? Good girl? I'd be like, good God, get your big, crazy ass the fuck out of my studio. The way. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Oh, J954, what up, man? Appreciate that, bro. J954, appreciate that. He says, I just want to be sponsored by Pasta Mania, brother. I'll put you in touch with the Hulkster, man. You could talk to him. But part of the deal is he's able to just pop in whenever he wants and do a commercial. So if you can handle that, if you can handle the erratic behavior of the Hulkster, I'll put you in touch with them, man. You want to be sponsored by that red and yellow Harley, brother. Dude, Hogan's a man. Anybody that says say your prayers and eat your vitamins and respect your parents, I'm listening. Max Bang. Thank you. Thank you for the Hamilton, Max Bang. Max Bang says, I gave birth to 3 amazing boys. All 3 United States Special Forces. Is that what that stands for? If so, thank you. Thank them for their service. And I hope they come back to you in one piece, both physically and mentally. When Dylan can do that, pigs will fly. Love you, JG. It's up here, Max Bang. It's not here in the bone structure of your pelvis, so we can separate. You can push a baby out and all that shit in the breast, the lactating and the hormones and the ultrasounds. And it's not about that. Blah, 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 blah. Just up here. I feel it, so yeah. There you go. That's the Ku Klux Trans motto. I feel it, so yeah. There you go. Nothing more to see here. We're not going any more in depth than that. We have no questions. It's just, I feel like it. So yeah. Thank you very much, Leonard S. He says, what about the Nashville Manifesto? What about East Palestine? Don't be ridiculous. They're not going to release that manifesto because it's going to fly in the face of their bullshit narrative. And what about East Palestine? If they voted for Biden, we'd know nothing but East Palestine. But they voted for that orange puto, eh? So fuck them. Fuck them, eh? Oh my goodness. J954, thank you, man. He says Dylan is paid by Tampax too. Is that for real? I saw a video where he was talking about using a tampon, which is fucking weird, dog, because you know there's only one place you could put it. Let's see. I mean, I know that like Tampax and stuff like that, they had like a Ku Klux Trans commercial or some shit like that. No, I don't think he's sponsored by him. I think he was just, like fooling around. He's like, oh my gosh, I thought like they were different sizes for like the different size holes of vaginas. Like, dude, you don't need to know shit about Tampax, fool. You ain't ever gonna use one. And if some woman is ever stupid enough to be your girlfriend or your wife or something, just get what she tells you to get from the store. You don't need to know shit about tampons. As a man, you don't need to know a fucking thing about tampons. If you're in a situation, if you're a father and you're in a situation where you're the only one there, you're taking care of your daughter or your daughters, ask somebody. I'm sure you got an aunt, a sister, your mom, some female in your life who can tell you, who could talk to her and be like, oh, this is what I need. Like, yeah, of course you didn't know anything about tampons. You're a fucking man, you stupid asshole. Ugh, so disgusting. I guess you are what you eat. Thank you again, Spunbearing65. Says, when does a man feel like a man? After a testicular impact. That's how you know. Yeah, ladies, no, J954. I don't think he's a baloney pony rider. I think he still likes women. But yeah, ladies, I know you got your cramps, your menstrual cramps, of course, contractions and childbirth. That's up there. That's at the top of your pain meter. But a man get kicked in your balls, or and you don't gotta be kicked. It's not like, huh, get away from me, scumbag. You don't need to be kicked that hard. Grazed, tapped. But if someone like hauls off and kicks you in your balls, oh my goodness, it make you want to fucking puke just thinking about it. Ugh. Man, that's up there, ladies. And I know they have that machine. I've seen videos where they put like a contraction machine on you, where it has like these electrodes that force a man's stomach muscles to contract so you can feel what a contraction is like. And I don't know how accurate that is. Maybe there's a video out there of a woman wearing it saying, oh, yeah, this is just like it. I don't know. But I know there's stuff out there to simulate childbirth or contractions. But if they got something out there that can make you feel what a man feels when he gets kicked in his balls, I wish every woman would try it so you would understand and know that that shit's not funny. Because nobody laughs at a woman when she has menstrual cramps or laughing, ha, you have contractions, you're pushing out a baby, ha, ha, ha. But for some reason, it's funny for a man to get kicked in his balls. Ladies, if you knew what that felt like, you would not be laughing and you wouldn't take that shit lightly. Holy fuck. Oh, that sick feeling, fellas. It don't even hit you right away. It's like, boom. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Here it comes. You know it's coming. When you're young, you thought, oh shit, maybe it's not going to hurt this time. But you know now it's going to hurt. It just takes a few seconds. Oh, I remember one time I picked my son up. He was like 4 or 5 or something. I picked him up and he was running. He was kicking his feet. And I picked him up and he went wham right in my balls. I was like, fuck. I put him down. Daddy, what's wrong? My wife just goes, come on, kids, let's go. She just took him. Let's go. He's going to need a minute. Fuck. And it was like on the left nut. Oh, you little motherfucker, that hurt. Fuck. That's what I want to tell him, you little motherfucker. Whoo. Man, we can't even tell you. Just like you can't tell us what a cramp feels like or a contraction. We can't convey to you. And it's not just pain. It's a sickness. Like your stomach hurts and your balls hurt. Fuck, man. Oh, my goodness. Whew. All right, I'm done. We stop talking about it, fellas. My bad. Golly. Dark Shadow B says, but what if my butt is bleeding, Uncle Jericho? Well, you need to seek out a medical professional and ask some questions. If your butt is bleeding and it's a surprise to you, maybe you need to talk to your roommates or find a new place to live. But as far as a medical answer, I don't know, man, but get that checked out. It's not supposed to come out of there. Jay Reason, what up, man? He says, we got to talk soon, bro. I'll hit you up tomorrow. Hey, you know my number. Holla at your boy. Hit me up. And I mean, oh, man. J-Po says, I know of one pain that rivals a ball kick. It's kidney stones. Oh, I've heard about those too. That's like pissing out a jelly bean or something, right? Oh, Lord. Yeah, kidney stones. Holy shit. I had a friend who had kidney stones. Oh, man. He said it was the worst. It was the worst. J954 says, once I zipped up my sack of my Levi's. Yeah, we've all been there, man. Just like something about Mary. You already laid the tracks. Now we just got to back it out. That's a bad one, too. That'll take care of that fucking going commando shit real quick. And if you do still go commando after that, I guarantee you're going to make sure those balls are secure before you bring that, what is that, the fucking YKK? You're going to make sure those balls are safely out of the way before you bring that YKK up at full speed. Because you'll be damned if that happens again. Because there's only one thing you can do. And nobody else can do it for you. You're not going to go to the ER because you know you can handle it. You know what you have to do. You got to that motherfucker out. Could you do it fast? Yeah. But you're not going to because you don't want a chance ripping anything. Oh, shit. Oh, and that shit hurts so bad because you're not expecting to have. You're coming up, you're bringing that YKK up at full speed. Next thing you know, you got 2 inches of scrotum tangled up in that fucking thing. Oh, my goodness. Ladies. Whew. Man. Oh, yeah, Brian Kingby, that's true. He said anything to hit the shins. Yeah, ladies, if you've ever hit your shin real hard on something, that's pretty close to getting kicked in the balls. Because it's that delayed pain, that sick feeling. Caleb, what's going on? Man, oh man. That's enough, guys. No more ball talk. No more ball talk. Oh, Lorianna, spike the ball. Only time I saw my veteran grandfather cry. That'll bring the biggest, toughest, manliest man to his fucking knees. Oh my goodness. I would just. Hoo-wee. Okay. Enough said, huh, guys? So the Antioch mayor. Man, how do we got way away from that. Okay. Antioch mayor. Chozo Ghost, you asked, right? Okay. Here it is. Here is the mayor of Antioch losing his shit at a city council meeting. And who else was it? The mayor of New Orleans earlier this year at the Mardi Gras parade, she's flipping some dude off, cussing at him. You're held to a higher standard. You're the mayor. We expect a certain level of behavior from you. We don't expect you to act like the commoners. But, they're getting crazy, getting mad. And, and there's somebody trying to calm him down. Calm down, calm down. Won't shut the fuck up. All emotional and shit. Here we go.
Attacked by these people in this community, apologizing for the racism that is going on in this community. You're the problem. You're the problem.
Ooh, it got feisty at last night's Antioch City Council
it got feisty.
Council meeting. Mayor Lamar Thorpe got into a heated exchange with a resident who was defending the police chief and calling for the mayor to be investigated instead. Well, the mayor and some council members are demanding reforms within the police department following the racist text scandal that was uncovered by the FBI. At first, we heard 17 officers were involved in the investigation, but now the mayor says it's up to 26. That's at least 20% of the police department there in Antioch. So the question remains, what does the police chief say about having enough officers to keep people safe? Well, we talked to him after the meeting.
We have adequate coverage. Thankfully, we've restructured our staffing, our patrol division, and so there will be no gaps in service. The city is safe.
So, racist text messages between some of the officers, up to allegedly 26 of them. I think there was some investigation going on, and the FBI uncovered the text messages between the officers. So there's according to them, there's a racist police force, but that's the police chief right there.
Currently, the police chief reports to the city manager, but the mayor wants to change that and have the chief report to the council instead. Council members talked about making the change during last night's meeting, but no word yet on a vote. The mayor pro tem says she thinks they need to rethink how they do policing.
If we're going to keep our community safe, not just from crime, but also from the very people who are meant to protect and serve, we need to really rethink how we do policing in a more drastic way here in the city of Antioch.
So during the meeting last night, a lot of people shared their stories about mistreatment at the hands of Antioch police officers. The fallout over this Antioch police scandal could grow stronger over the days ahead. So stick with us on our website, kpix.com, for the latest updates as we get them. Jocelyn.
So there you go. That was the mayor of Antioch who was yelling at, I guess, a member of the community. And if you're losing 26 officers, like if it's New York, you know, you lose 26 officers from a precinct, you ain't going to worry about it, or in LA or something like that, or maybe even in San Francisco. But a city like Antioch, that's nowhere near. Let's see. So it has a population of 114,000 people. That's not a big city. That's probably not even a medium-sized city. So to lose 26 officers potentially because they're all caught up in this fucking text message scandal, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. But how racist is the police department if the leader of the police department is black? Now, you also, if we're going to be real about it, if we're going to be adults, if we're going to be grown-ups here, police deal with the worst of society. Nobody ever says, hurry up, please send an officer. We're having a who has the biggest titties contest. They don't get called to that. They get called to horrible shit, beatings, rapings, murders, situations with children, traffic accidents, gangbangers, property damage, all the bad shit. So if they're letting off some steam, if they're talking shit amongst each other via text message, I don't care. As long as it doesn't manifest itself into some kind of racist behavior. And who knows if these text messages were even racist and who sent them? We don't even know that shit. But I'm guessing this mayor coming off of a DUI and a possible recall, he's going to be putting as much attention on other shit as he can. He's going to, oh yeah, hell yeah, yep, that's the worst thing ever. Look at that over there. No, DUI recall, no, blah, 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 blah. Look at the racist text messages from the fucking police. Okay, here we go. So they're saying so they have 93 sworn officers in Antioch, and losing 26 of them, that's almost 30% of their officers. That's a lot. And they said of the 93 sworn officers, 6 of them were black and 11 of them were Latino. And it says that the black population over the last 20 years has jumped from 2% to 17%. So I guess around 20 officers would reflect the population, would reflect the black population of Antioch. But you have to ask yourself, why are there only 6 officers? And why is that a problem? Why does there need to be more? Are they turning away officers? Are they turning away black officers who are qualified, but they just don't want in there because they're black? Because the overwhelming population is white. So it makes sense that the overwhelming population of the police force would be white. That's how it is pretty much everywhere in this country, because never mind. So you have 6 officers who are black. Well, fuck, I don't know. Maybe that they don't have enough black folks that live in that area that want to be cops. How is that racist? It's never going to be, okay, 15% of the population is black, 15% of the police force is black, and 50% of the fire department, and 15% of the grocery store staff. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Are they good cops? That's the question. Are they good cops? And I saw some of the pictures of the officers involved in this quote unquote scandal. They weren't white. And if you're dealing with a certain section of the population, and the majority of them happen to be black, then it's human nature. You're seeing this group of people at their worst all the time. So that's going to form your opinion of them. And when you're in high stress jobs like this, you need to let off some steam. You need to laugh. You need to talk some shit. You need to talk some shit to people who understand your stress. It's not the same as going home and downloading to your fucking spouse who's not in law enforcement. They don't get it. They don't understand. Part of that talking shit and blowing off steam is have it being reciprocated and understood by the people you're talking it with. You know, hey, they get me. They understand. That's part of it. Is someone talking to somebody who understands. They understand the gravity of your situation. They understand the humor and what you're trying to say. People acting fucking stupid. Like they don't understand that that's what happens. High stress, life or death, the worst situations humanly possible is what these fucking people deal with every day. I don't care if they talk shit. I don't care if they send racist memes back and forth or jokes. I don't care. As long as you're not out on the street dealing with me, talking that shit, I don't care. I don't care if you run home after your shift on the police force, put on your white hood, turn on Devil Went Down to Georgia and fuck your sister. I don't care. As long as there's respect when I deal with you out in public, which is rare. When's the last time you dealt with a police officer, you got questioned or pulled over or some shit? It's rare. But when it happens, as long as there's mutual respect, I don't give a fuck what you talk about with other officers. Don't give a fuck. Sean RH says, greetings from Germany. What's up, Sean? What are you doing in Germany? What is there? If you see Klaus Schwab, smack him up in the back of his head for me. No, I'm not saying if you see Klaus Schwab to walk up to him and say, Jericho told me to give you this. I mean, that wouldn't be right. I'm just saying Klaus Schwab, globalist turd, we all hate him. You know, but if you do see him, tell him fuck you or something. Don't let him get away without a fuck you, you fucking monster. Right? Oh, thank you, Val. Let me get the right picture up here for this. Oh, thank you, Simeon Merriweather. Preach. Good looking out. Let's see, hold on. I look for something. I'm looking for something. Okay. Never mind. So, talked about that, dummy. Talked about those clam eaters. Oh, I did find it. Talked about that big dick tucking fool. Oh, before I get into this, so yesterday, my son and I, we had to drive to Sacramento to pick up our suits because we're in a wedding this weekend. And so we're driving to the place to get our suits. And if you guys remember, I think last week or something like that, or maybe it was earlier this week, in my live stream, I talked about this place called Camp Resolution in Sacramento. And it's where the city is basically giving them this piece of land. It's fenced in. It's like almost like a motor pool or something, like a parking lot with a fence around it. There's a bunch of RVs and shit in there, and tents, and it's fucking filthy and dirty and trash and all this shit. And the city is giving them self-governing rights, and they're also going to give them 33 trailers, like trailers that you tow behind your car or your truck when you're going to the lake or some shit like that. You know, the trailer that you worked hard for and saved up and shit like that, so you can go out and enjoy it when you have the free time. Well, the city's going to give them 33 of them. Here you go. You get an RV and you get an RV. So I'm driving by there and I had no idea where it was. And I look over, there it is. Big old banner that says Camp Resolution and all these things. And the city did this and the city, blah, blah, all these banners and shit up there and these posters and blah, blah, blah. So I drove by there and I was like, oh shit, on the way back, I'm going to stop by there. Now I had my son with me, so I wasn't going to, if it looked too sketchy or something like that, I wasn't going to get out, put him in that situation. But if you think I didn't have some type of protection with me, you are crazy. So I pull over, I go back, I'm coming back there, I see it, I loop back around and come back. And then as I'm waiting to turn there on this little street, because it's right across the street from, there's a sidewalk where you can park. I'm looking, checking it out. There's hardly any people around. It looked okay. I kept, looking behind me and all this shit. It looked okay, but I was ready. So I do I think it was 48 seconds. It was a real quick, here I am. This is what I was talking about. I'm actually here, blah, blah, blah. It was under a minute. And then as I'm signing off, I see it because there were two people. One of them was a city worker, had his little lanyard on and shit, his city vehicle. He's trying to gain entrance into the Camp Resolution, which is, like I said, a fenced off parking lot that is stuffed with filth. There's trash everywhere, fucked up tents, dirty ass RVs. It's not like these people are living on the streets, but they keep it clean and they throw their trash away. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to be as small as I can so I'm not impeding anybody's travel, not blocking the sidewalk, staying clean, not smelling like the bottom. If you took a dumpster and you dump it into a garbage truck and you sit it back down, there's going to be this thick slurry of dumpster juice that collects in the corner. If you took that dumpster juice and put it in a pot and boiled it and threw a cup of cat shit in it, it would smell better than this fucking encampment. It's filthy and disgusting. So it's not like these people are clean and we're just homeless. No, they're filthy. They're on drugs. They're under the influence. They have mental issues and they're fucking filthy. What do you think happens? What do you think would happen if you took a group of people that produce tons of trash and waste? What does that attract? What do they call it? Vermin. It's going to attract insects. It's going to attract fucking rats, hepatitis, all kinds of shit. So as I'm finishing up the video, this lady comes walking across the street toward me. And I can tell she's one of the homeless people. And not only that, she came from the inside. So she came from inside the encampment. So she's walking over to me. And I was like, oh, but I had already started signing off. So I finished that video. So then I start recording again. And she's walking up to me and I'll upload it. And the video is only, the other video where I was talking to her, it's under 3 minutes. So it's a quick watch. So she comes up to me and she says, hey, I was just wondering why you're filming. And I said, because I heard about it and I wanted to come see it. I almost said, because I fucking pay taxes. That's why. What do you mean? My money's in there. You think you motherfuckers You think the city council and the state, they're just going to, oh, here, shit. What do you need, 33 RVs? No. They're going to take that shit out of our pocket. So I said, because I heard about it and I wanted to come see it. And she says, well, do you know the truth about it? I said, I don't know. Tell me. And so she starts going on about the city and how they're cleaning up our encampments and they lock us in there and they won't let us out and all this shit. So I'm listening to her for a few seconds. And then I notice she starts talking in circles. She's not making any sense. She's very, very Kamala with her words. Just a fucking word salad. 5,000 words and you ain't said shit. So she's talking in circles. She's not making sense. And then the wind, the breeze comes in the right direction, or I should say the wrong direction. And I can start to smell alcohol on her breath. And then the way she's talking and shit, I'm like, but she's acting like a representative for him. Like she's their spokesperson of their liaison. I'm like, you're not making any sense and you're fucking drunk. So I'm listening. I let her fucking talk and everything and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm going to keep fighting and all this shit. And I was like, okay. And then, so of course you can't tell because I'm filming, but every few seconds I'm looking behind me because about 30 feet behind me is a corner. So somebody could come around the corner. And I'm just naturally a little penoid, right? So I keep looking behind me, checking behind me. I'm looking at her face, in case she goes like this or something behind me, whatever. I just like to keep my head on a swivel, but I want to hear what this woman has to say. So she's talking and blah, blah, blah. And then I end the video and then I leave. So whatever. I'll post those so you can see them. I'll post them after I'm done here. But I found the footage of Biden being helped along by his crack smoking deviant of a son. But before I get into those two fucked up individuals, let me get into an individual who is not fucked up. My man, Wetworks57, thank you for the Twompski. He says, the Marxists have taken over the Democrat Party. I worry every day what type of country my grandson will be living in. Like you say, Jericho, this country is in trouble. Yeah, that when you have literal skin in the game, you do worry about that. You do all of a sudden, overnight, you're going to give a shit about the future. You're going to care the condition you leave this world in. Because before I had kids, I didn't give a fuck. Because I figured I ain't going to be here. So who cares? It ain't selfish. Whatever. We all think that to an extent. Fuck it. But once you have kids, that instantly changes. And then in Wetworks' case, grandkids. Even more so. Not only is he worried about the world he's leaving for his kids, but his grandkids now. So that shit, it really does make you think. And it really does kind of make you concentrate your focus on what's going on in the world and what these fucking assholes are actually doing. And that's why all this Ku Klux Trans, non-binary, gender fluid, it's just love bullshit is so dangerous. Because the people who are the next generation, who are little kids now, they're going to be dealing with the consequences when this shit is in full swing. When this shit's in full swing, they're going to be the ones dealing with it. So now is the time to worry about it and try to do something about it. That shit is just fucking. We've never lived in these times before. We've never lived in these times before. This is uncharted territory. And that right there was my alarm to remind me that me and Junior have a haircut at 3:00. Man, he's gonna look so good with his little fresh haircut, his little suit. Oh man. And I'm getting a beard trim looking kind of scraggly, so gonna edge me up, make it look good. But here is Hunter, the crack smoker, helping Sloppy fucking Joe. And how low are you? How low can you go if Hunter Biden has to be like, let me help you out, big dog. Oof. That's bad. That's bad. When a
One of the
crackhead,
ones. I was one of the.
when a crackhead looks at you and says, "Man, you need some assistance," you fucking up.
Dad, he's got a question. What's your question?
He just said, "Dad, he's got a question."
What's the top what? What's the top of success?
What's it? What? What's this? What?
Well, making sure that we don't all have COVID. What are they talking about?
What? Making sure we don't have COVID. Why? What are they talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's a success. Like, what's the key to success?
I said, no. What's the key to success? He has to come up. You guys ever seen this before? From a leader? You think Trump Jr. would have to come up to Trump and go, "No, Dad, what they're asking is what's the key to success?" No, he wouldn't have to, because Trump would have heard him and understood him. But his son had to come up, "No, Dad, what he's asking is what's the key to success?"
Well, because the key to success. You know what I found out the key to success is? And I'm not sure I'm the best guy to explain it. These guys can tell you. The key to success is.
Look at the way he walks. He walks kind of side to side like an old man. He sways. Young people don't walk like this, only old people.
Whenever you disagree with someone, it's okay to question their judgment, whether they're right or wrong. But it's never okay to question their motive.
I went to the.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, motherfucker. It is okay to question their motives.
Dad, he's got a question. What's your question?
Hunter had to snap him out of it. He was staring at that little kid, that little Irish kid. He's like, "Oh, I wonder, do you know where the gold is?" "Oh, what, Hunter?"
What's the top of success?
What does he think this kid's saying? What's the opposite of sepsis?
Well, making sure that we don't all have COVID. What are they talking about? That's a success. Like, what's the key to success? Well, because the key to success.
"Oh, yeah. Why don't you come down here, little boy, and sit on my knee, and I'll tell you about this success you're asking about. Yeah, just come down here." What the fuck? When we couldn't look, if he couldn't look more old and feeble, if we couldn't look more fucked up and weak in front of the world, here he goes. No, Dad, he wants to know what's the key to success. The key. Fuck. This old feeble-minded motherfucker. That was, and no coincidence. So we got Sloppy Joe in this bitch. Can't hear nothing, can't speak, and Kim Jong-un just fired a missile toward Japan. Japan called for an evacuation of a certain city because he shot a missile toward it. When's the last time he did that? Been a while, huh? So Sloppy Joe's back in there, and now Kim Jong-un is starting to fire missiles across the ocean again. Leonard S., talk to me. Thank you very much, Leonard S. I appreciate your continued generosity. Hold on. You weren't supposed to get two. Leonard S. But there you go. Here we go. That's better. Simeon Merriweather. Thank you, Simeon. I appreciate that. Thank you. So you guys heard the alarm. I got to go. Junior and I got an appointment at the barbershop. And what a great experience for a young man. Sit around, listen to adults shoot the shit, learn the dynamic of relationships between men, how they interact, how they talk to each other. It's a beautiful thing. Appreciate you guys being here. This is my last live stream for the week. I'll be doing shorts and I'll be doing some videos, but we're heading out of town tomorrow to the wedding. So we're leaving in the morning. Got the rehearsal dinner tomorrow evening, and then the wedding on Saturday. That's going to be an all-day affair. And then we come back Sunday. So I'll see you mother flowers on Monday, Jericho Green at locals.com for Major Monday. Mandy Westcott, you missed it, girl. Feeny, what's up? All my members, good to see you guys in here. All non-members, glad you're in here too. Thank you for your comments, your questions, your generosity. I appreciate it. And most of all, thank you for your time. You were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.